best for rehydrating?
What? Red Delicious apples?
Yeah,
For rehydrating?
Huh?
For rehydrating?
Oh, for dehydrating in your dehydrator.
Oh, okay. I thought, like, you're talking...
chips.
Oh, God, I've been running for like 6 hours. I need an apple.
Yeah. And it dried me out.
Yeah. Okay, we've actually been recording for the last... since we started talking about the apple.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to the SMAGcast. Once again, it's the Super Mega Awesome Group.
Yay!
I'm Kevin.
I'm Warren and Calypso.
Mike is a big mute piece of meat.
Oh, yeah. Mike here.
Talk, fucker.
I'm Paul!
All right, well, it's been 2 weeks.
Yes.
What is Facebook Home?
What is Facebook Home?
I'm looking at our itinerary.
That
for
is
the
like
day.
the most blunt segue ever.
That wasn't a segue. That was, what the fuck is this list?
Facebook Home is...
Well, first off, before we go into the actual itinerary, how have you guys been?
thirsty.
I'm good. I just released a mod on the Nexus with a fellow modder who goes by the handle of Nuska, I assume.
Okay.
I assume that's the pronunciation.
Internet names. How do you pronounce them?
She also goes by the handle Tales from the End, which is much easier to pronounce.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Tales from the End. I've read some of your retumbles of Tales from the End.
And we've been working on a body replacer mod, which the focus is not on boobs.
Okay.
They're all miming boobs at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about that later.
Okay. Mike ain't done nothing.
Not really, no.
You had something you wanted to tell us about from work.
Professional.
I'm sorry, Andy. Andy Childress, I know you're listening to this right now. Don't call me when I'm podcasting. Okay, sorry.
So yeah. I guess this is a good segue into this topic. I had an interesting night last night. Apparently, there's a skate park on 80. Apparently it's new, or it's like Rampage Skate Park is what it's called.
Oh, yeah, Josh Swat Maurice, I believe, filmed something there.
I don't know how new it is, but it can't be that old.
No, it's relatively new, and it's...
I didn't find all this out until last night. Well, I knew something about a skate park, but I didn't know what it was called. But last night, I'm a security guard. One of the buildings I work at has a parking garage and has cameras in it. So I can see everything that goes on in the parking garage.
You are Big Brother.
I am the man, unfortunately. I try not to be a dick about it, especially with skaters. I know they're bored. They don't have anything to do. I'm not going out there to yell at them and,
You mean like a skateboarding?
Skateboarders, yeah, skaters.
Like you're talking about like a skating rink.
No.
No.
You can't just say skate park.
Well,
in Jackson, Mississippi.
Couples only. No. So you had to clarify skateboarders.
Okay.
So I see...
It's like they're supposed to be going around a little rink. Why would you yell at them?
Get off the rink, you little assholes! Yeah.
So anyway, I see a bunch of, teenagers come in on the camera last night in the garage. It's like, well, fuck. I got to go chase them out. So I go out there, and by the time I get out to the garage, because it's, about 100 yards between the building and the parking garage. By the time I get out there, they've, of course, taken the elevator all the way up and are skating their way down. So I'm waiting for them at the bottom. And these first guys, they actually stop. And, I tell them, hey, you can't be in here. And they're like, oh, well, he's participating in King of Jackson. So, but they don't give me time to react. They just kind of go after that. It's like, what the hell's King of Jackson? So, of course, I Googled it. And apparently it's a, scavenger hunt type event that started at midnight Friday night. And it's sponsored by the skate park. And you go to places and film yourself doing, or someone films you doing tricks at certain places. I don't know if one of the requirements was just a parking garage or my parking garage, but throughout the night, about 5 times I had to chase various skaters out of that garage.
Okay.
The first group, like I said, they stopped and, actually said something. But every other time, I would, try to get them to stop to explain, and they just shot by me and,
They were pros.
cheese it, it's the fuzz. So that was my night, night of being the man and chasing skaters out of the parking garage.
A handful of rocks would have fixed that.
Most of the time, it was about, when they saw me before I even got into the garage, they would see me and, be taking off.
Wait, would you have chased us off when we were filming the movie?
Yes, unfortunately. If it was my garage, because,
Yes.
like I said, there's cameras.
Now I need to explain for those that don't know. Back in the late '90s, early 2000s, we were shooting a film that eventually became a short film.
Yeah.
We were young and didn't know any better.
We needed the money, and
What money? No, I just
was
said
no
we were
money.
young
Yeah,
and
well,
didn't
you know
any
what I
better.
mean. We were shooting a movie at a parking garage downtown, and we kept I kept getting paranoid. Whacking Hut was going to come and put us in whacking jail.
See, the problem is this garage, it's newer than that garage. It's got booth, where you pay and everything. It has computers in it, and it also has U.S. forestry vehicles parked in it overnight. So we have a no nonsense of being in there policy, because something gets broken into, they're going to check the tapes or the DVR and see, if I didn't chase them out, they're going to see, well, Mike, why did you chase these guys out?
Yeah.
Well, it is a really nice skating garage, because the ramps are all like this. They're like,
Okay, you need
like
to
a 45
explain.
degree.
they both, podcast people, you could see this, right? Yeah, I'm doing my hands like
You see,
this.
we keep having to remind ourselves they can't see when
This
I'm
is
doing
not-
this
This
stuff.
is not a visual medium.
Yeah,
But
but
anyway,
it's like they're next to each other basically,
Yeah, just
and at a good angle.
all the levels are on angles, basically, instead of having, a flat and then a ramp down. Just it's really long angles, so you could just sit there and go around and around on the skateboard down and, have fun.
Okay.
Round and round and skateboard down.
Yeah. Go round, skateboard down.
I'd like to point out that one side of the table is currently doing a.
Square dance.
I kept trying to say hoot nanny, but still,
Yeah, it was probably closer to a hoot man.
y'all are having a hoot nanny. What's been up in the life of Paul?
Let's see. I bought a fire pit today.
Did Satan come with it?
No,
Then it's not a very good fire pit.
not
is it?
really. But I got a lot of yard waste and time.
Yeah.
So you're
okay,
going to waste
fair
your
enough.
time?
Pretty much. Bought in the backyard with
Yeah.
completely covered dog hair.
See, oh God, you
Well,
gotta.
my dog likes to go and roll around in this one spot in the middle of the backyard. It's also where I brush her, because I can't brush her inside because she's blowing her coat so bad. So once a day I go out there and I brush her for 10 minutes, and I get about a Walmart bag full of hair.
Just make your own dog that way.
Well, I think what she does, she conserves her energy
For growing
for
hair.
growing hair.
Wouldn't it be funny if she just sneezed and all of her hair flew off? Like all the excess hair, and she was much thinner. She's like a chihuahua in the middle. Yeah, but in the middle. No, a small chihuahua in the middle of
With like
a dog-shaped hair exoskeleton.
Or she could sneeze and she'd become a ferret.
I forgot about that. The ferrets on steroids
Yeah,
being sold.
Argentina.
Yeah, being sold as dogs.
How does anyone who know what a poodle is confuse, when buying what they think is said poodle, look at a ferret on steroids and think that looks like a poodle?
I don't know, but the guy who did it, if you can sell a ferret to somebody and call it a poodle, I think he should
That's like
keep the money.
That's
My biggest thing is, how is taking ferrets and shooting them up with steroids cheaper than just raising poodles?
Well, poodles are very high maintenance. I mean,
ferrets.
Ferrets are cheaper to feed.
Probably.
ferrets are assholes.
Yeah.
I don't like ferrets.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't even know until he took his poodles, air quotes, to the vet.
Are there pictures of these things?
Oh, yeah, look it up.
Pictures online.
Yeah.
I mean, they're albino ferrets, so they are
Yeah.
white. It's not like, your regular brown ferret.
I'm going to admit something embarrassing since we're talking about what happened to us. during the
Hooray!
week. You know how I've been complaining about my thumb online?
Uh-huh.
I hurt my thumb playing Temple Run.
Wow, you're going to admit that here, are you?
Yep, may as well for entertainment value. I was playing Temple Run, took that corner too fast, sprained my thumb.
It wasn't anything as respectable as masturbating. It was Temple Run.
It was Temple Run 2.
You can use your tongue.
I'm not licking my phone.
If he could do that...
We're talking about the phone! Point is, I threw my thumb out in the stupidest way possible, and that's why there have been no comics for the week.
That's amusing. You should just do a week of left-hand comics.
Oh.
Just really terrible, shaky left-hand comics.
You mean Coda's World?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That's actually, you remember when I did the Coda's World thing, like the anniversary comic where I had Coda and Monkey from the very first comic show up and talk to current Coda and Monkey?
Yeah.
I drew them with my left hand. The first ones.
Nice. Okay, so that's what's up with me, at least what I'm going to tell anybody listening on the podcast.
Yeah, well, I've admitted my embarrassing thing, and we've all talked about something. Now, you were asking about Facebook Home.
I was asking about the words on that Google Doc, yes.
Yeah. See, Facebook Home is, how do you explain Facebook Home? It's basically a shell that goes over an Android phone's operating system.
Well, so far it's only released for limited amount of phones. You can't get it on yours.
Good, because I don't want it.
But it's a shell replacer for Android that basically ties Facebook into every aspect of your being. Yeah. Yeah, Warren just winced, and that's about my reaction to it as well.
I love that you go on Facebook, and there was a post about it in my news feed, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 9,000 comments. And I was like, well, of course, because it's on everybody's probably. I click, and every comment I could read was, this is a mistake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they developed it because I think these coming out on other phones is kind of just because they can. Because they made it for their own, Facebook phone, basically, that's coming from HTC. I think it's just because other phones were similar enough hardware-wise, they could easily port it to it. Because there's all the new top-of-the-line HTC phones are supported, and I think 2 of the Samsung phones.
Well,
Galaxy phones.
I think the point here is, I don't think anybody needs that much Facebook.
But nobody needs Facebook, period. But I'm pretty sure there are people out there that want that much Facebook in their lives.
Well, you know what we call those people? We call them idiots.
Luckily, we don't associate with those people.
I don't know. I need Facebook. Otherwise, I can't remember people's birthdays.
But you don't need it tied into every aspect of your being.
I know.
You don't need a whole
Doesn't
phone
it
operating.
already try to do that anyway?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
everywhere I go, it's like log in with Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should close my Facebook.
I'm like, I don't need this service as much as I thought I did.
Yeah, I went through and weeded out some of my friends on Facebook, and then I realized that I'm only...
You're sitting in a room with 3 of the people that you... 3 of the 5 people you did.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so how about the next segue?
I don't have a way to segue into an elephant drive-by shooting in Tupelo, Mississippi, so I'm just going to say that
That's a big car.
Well, an elephant was shot in a drive-by shooting in Tupelo, Mississippi. It was Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like,
And somebody drove up in a car, shot the elephant multiple times, and peeled out and left.
I was just thinking, when you said elephant drive-by, I was like imagining an elephant just chilling out in like a driveway, and someone came by and shot him. Like, who the hell has an elephant in Tupelo, Mississippi?
Well, somebody had to park their elephant. They had to park their elephant somewhere. No,
To be fair, it was probably some guy named Cletus who thought it was his ex-wife.
They're offering $32,000 for information.
Really? It's up. It was like 25 last time I heard.
Wow, it's gone up.
So did the elephant die?
No, it's alive.
Okay.
I mean, it's an elephant.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
It takes a lot to kill an
the
elephant.
reason they had elephant guns
is
was
to
elephants.
kill elephants.
But you never know.
Well, and,
I mean, they could have.
tremors.
Oh,
They
and
could have got
tremors.
lucky.
I'm
It could
sorry,
have
you're
been a baby
right.
elephant. Who knows?
Graboids.
Yeah,
They're
graboids.
graboids,
Yeah,
not tremors. But the point is, someone in Mississippi saw an elephant and said, "I gotta kill that sumbitch."
See, I wonder if it was even like the impulse to kill so much as just to
Shoot at it.
be juvenile and shoot at things.
I don't know.
Well, were they just prowling to shoot stop signs and saw the elephant? I mean,
It just-
here's a good question.
Is it a hate crime? Is it an elephant hate crime?
Anybody know exactly where it was? Like, was it at a fairground?
Yes.
Okay, fairground.
It was at the fairground. Someone pulled up, shot the elephant, and drove off. And Tupelo is sitting there going, "Look, don't leave. We promise this doesn't happen often."
Because I mean,
It's not every day somebody shoots your elephant.
is there like a rash of like cow murders out there or something?
I think that's called a hamburger, isn't it?
There's a big difference between a cow and an elephant.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine the same person that would drive by and see an elephant and shoot it would be the same person that would shoot a
I
cow.
don't
think
know.
so.
No, because
it just-
look,
think
if I
they would-
drive by and see a cow, I'm like, fucking cows. If I drive by and see, and I'm one of these people now in this scenario, I need this fucking cows. Holy shit, an elephant. That fucker's got to go down. Bam, 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 bam.
It is a crime of opportunity, I think.
Yeah, it's, when am I going to be able to say,
I
shot an elephant?
And the answer is
Obviously,
still never.
Never, because
Never.
if you tell anybody that, they're going to make $35,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, Kevin. If you told me that, I'd be making $35,000.
Like, if I told you that, I wouldn't tell you that, okay? That's all there is to it.
Be on his tombstone.
Yeah.
Here lies
I
Kevin.
shot that fucking elephant.
I shot an elephant in Tupelo, Mississippi. Beloved son and husband.
You know, that sounds like a Mississippi urban legend. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever talks about old Tupelo, elephant shooting Tupelo Pete.
It's a crappy name.
Elephant shooting Tupelo Pete, I think is pretty crappy. So,
This would be marketable somehow. There'll be T-shirts.
oh god,
Elephant
picture of an
shooting.
elephant with X's over its eyes says, "Ain't no party like a Tupelo party."
Because the Tupelo party don't...
Yeah.
You know how we saw those comic women redrawn with full coverage costumes?
Yeah.
Like Supergirl and
Yeah.
Wearing
Black
pants.
Canary and all them. Those designs weren't all that great. Here somebody has redesigned Samara from Mass Effect. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with
I didn't really play past the opening of Mass Effect.
I played
But
about
apparently-
30 minutes of it.
Apparently in the notes for the
bad
art
nerds.
book, they mentioned that it was decided that it is reasonable for her to have cleavage, and it really didn't make any sense because she's a monk. And her original
Yeah,
costume
boobs.
has like this quasi-thong and deep like V-cut cleavage.
And that's a monk?
Yeah.
Because
I'm showing
I've seen the
them.
picture.
Yeah.
But
That's some order there.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Order of the Holy VJ.
I was telling you about her earlier. Pseudocognition, Pizdo, did a redesign.
That looks a lot better.
I would like to see that. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense for a monk.
Yeah, and it actually looks more like a battle monk type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Kevin, you'll have to put a link to that on the Smag.
I should put a link to that on Smag. Warren, you will have to send me a link to that for Smag.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will do that.
Google finally formally announced that they're bringing their fiber optic service, internet service, to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And then hours later, AT&T said, "Me too. We're going to do it as well."
To Austin?
Yeah,
The fuck you, Austin?
Yeah, really?
yeah. I mean, but no. It's just, I guess AT&T saw how bad they got their asses kicked in Kansas City, so they decided they're
So it's like
literally
the Vietnam.
hours later. Yeah.
It's like the Vietnam of the fiber optic internet.
Pretty much, yeah.
Whoever wins.
We're going to attack this shitty country that nobody really cares about. Well, fuck.
All I know is we're
Except
going to
for
be
South by Southwest.
Hey, although Austin is nice, it's got game developers and stuff.
we're going to be last here.
Man, Mississippi ain't even going to get it.
We're not
What are you
even on
talking
anybody's
about?
list.
Well, no, I mean we eventually got like high speed.
Yeah, we also eventually got running water and electricity at some point, but it was after the rest of the world.
We got high speed internet the same way the table gets beer because the beer foams over and ends up on the
I want to know
table.
what you were going to say, Paul.
Actually, interesting fact about Mississippi. A lot of places, a lot of other states come here to figure out how we do our internet infrastructure and things like that because we're technically a little bit more advanced.
Really?
I guess
Because
we wait so long.
we waited so long
We got
that we don't have all the
mistakes.
mistakes in place and all the other stuff that has to be ripped out like other states do. So we went in fresh with current technology.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. I didn't know that because here, if I go out of state and I say, I want to get in touch with somebody, they always wonder why I say, do you have the internet?
Yeah.
In other places, people say, what's your email address? Here, I have to either say, do you have the internet or do you know what the internet is?
Yeah.
Because at work, I would get a lot of, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Well, if they had a Google phone or a Facebook phone, they'd know.
No. See, that Facebook is different from the internet.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like AOL and the internet back in the old days. Now it's Facebook and the internet.
It really is.
Yeah.
I know there are people that spend all their time on the internet on Facebook.
But yeah, so eventually, maybe one day, all this fiber optic goodness will spill over here in like 2030.
I'll be out of this state by then, I hope.
Probably.
What, depression?
Shut up. I'll never be out of depression. Me and depression are like this.
He's got
My
an infinite
fingers
supply.
are crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Konami code and got infinite depression.
Nice.
It's the worst power up ever.
It's a state of intoxication.
It is. Speaking of internet and PCs, Mike pointed out to us here that PC sales are really bad right now.
There's I forget what the group is. I think it's IBC. They do projections of stuff like this.
The root beer people?
That's IBC.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
ID. They do projections for PC sales and stuff, and they already forecasted, I guess, from last year that 2013 PC sales would be still on the decline. But thanks to Windows 8, it's even worse. At a time where, tablets and smartphones are stealing PC sales and where Microsoft really needs to have their desktop stuff together, they continue to not. They continue to defend the Windows 8 experience and say there's nothing wrong with it. People just need to get used to it.
It came directly after a pretty good operating system that Microsoft put out.
Mm-hmm.
Because they always do that, because it's always staggered. There's like a good operating system, followed by a bad operating system, followed by a good operating system. 7 was good, Vista was bad, 98 was good, 95,
but see, the problem that every other cycle was usually more basic than, the user layer. Vista was bad due to driver problems.
Oh, yeah.
And, migrating from everyone being 32-bit to having a split of 32 and 64-bit versions and moving everyone to a new kernel. 95 was bad because it was a huge revamp from, 3.1, 3.0 and all that.
95 wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't, except for when it lost run32.dll on a regular basis and you had to reinstall.
It was still, a down point between 3.1 and 98.
Yeah.
Windows 8 is bad for completely different reasons. It's bad because they're trying this whole new user experience. It's not working out, but they refuse to
make concessions.
Yeah. I mean, they refuse to say, oh, well, you can use it. Here's the tools you need if you want to use it as a desktop mode.
Meanwhile, Stardock is making money hand over fist with Start 8. It's like Principal Skinner when he was looking for the kids He went to the 4-H club and it was closed down. He's like, am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yeah.
That's their mentality. Is no, you're wrong.
Back to the topic here. What was it?
PC
oh,
sales?
Yeah, PC sales. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that they're declining and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm never going to get rid of my PC because I'm
No.
a PC gamer.
Yeah, same here.
Don't really do consoles.
there is one argument.
I do consoles.
There is an argument I read, someone kind of trying to refute that Windows 8 has much to do with it. Well, I do believe it does have a good bit to do with it.
Well, yeah.
But the reason it was on the decline anyway is that, right now a 4-year-old computer can still do everything you need it to do.
Right.
I mean, there's no
Kinda.
impetus to upgrade and get a new computer every 2 years right now. Not unless you're like bleeding edge gamer.
That's right. Or a graphic designer.
Or graphic. But yeah, if just for the bulk of PC users, which are home users that, just use it as an internet device.
Yeah. To get on Facebook.
It's the double whammy of, PC, their old PC is being just fine, and their smartphones and tablets are taking over a lot of that
Stuff.
And I've got my Android tablet here in front of me. I literally use it more than my MacBook because it does almost everything I need it to do.
Have y'all seen the porno Wonder Woman versus the Wonder Woman TV show they tried to launch?
Yes, I have actually, and I'm rather astounded by how good the porno costume is.
The top one is the porn costume.
Yeah, it looks like a superhero outfit. The one from the David A. Kelly series looks like they bought it from Party City.
Yeah, it looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculously bright and cheap and shiny looking.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, let's talk about role-playing games for a few. Because it's been on my mind a lot lately since, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
They're working on the next Dungeons and Dragons to be tiered so it can be as simple or Thaco complicated as you want.
Hey, man, Thaco was awesome.
Man, Thaco was a devil, and the reason I didn't play D&D much. But I just wanted to talk for a little bit about, we've all played different role-playing games. Barry runs his GURPS. I'm running Call of Cthulhu, a basic RPG. Paul, you've run God knows how many games.
Yeah, quite a few. Even before I met you.
Yeah. Settings and systems, like, which ones have y'all enjoyed the most?
Well, let's see. What did I start on?
Wait, you're putting me on the spot with a question?
We can go round table with it.
Yeah.
Paul, let's start with you.
Okay, first
King
time
of the
I ever
RPGs.
played was on the bus in 9th grade going to
That must be difficult.
Memphis.
Oh, well, I guess go.
Okay,
I was thinking
that's
like going
different.
to school. It's like, quick, let's get a role play session in.
Yeah.
We're at
Okay,
Great, I lost my dice!
Yeah. But yeah, my initial back in high school and stuff, we played was it Star Frontiers a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually made up a couple of role playing systems back then.
I remember Zach had one that we play tested when he came down that time.
Yeah. Some of the White Wolf stuff, I'm about to start playing Vampire Chronicles, Giovanni Chronicles, that's what it's called.
Is this a Masquerade thing?
Huh?
Is this like a Vampire the Masquerade kind of thing? Or?
No, it's pencil and paper.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Masquerade was their LARP, and they have a
Oh, okay.
tabletop
I
system,
didn't know they had
Yeah.
a tabletop. I'm sorry.
I'd say overall my favorite's just going to be Alternity because it's got the neatest dice mechanic.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if anybody's ever played that. It's a defunct system now.
Well, so's Hero Quest, but you can still get that on eBay, and it goes for tons.
Yeah.
And JT, the co-host of Drawing the Wrong Conclusions with me, he's playing Hero Quest every week.
Isn't that the one
board
that was in
game
your trunk that
that-
got ruined?
Got turned into one giant mass of dough. Yeah.
And that you could have turned into a giant mass of dough on eBay?
If it hadn't been
Yeah.
a giant mass of dough, yeah. But the point is, JT's playing that, and he's enjoying the heck out of it. Dude's got all the expansions.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. I don't know. Personally, I've I'm trying to think which ones I've really enjoyed. I always liked Scott's D&D games. Partly
That's
because
it's like one of the few you got to actually play with Paul.
Oh, yeah, that was great. All right. We're just going to be a couple of cockneys walking around trying to steal everything.
right.
Here, why don't you play the spoons for everybody for a minute?
Kind of racist English song.
Doo-dah. Right, that was fun.
I like Barry's games because the environments were so fucking hostile.
Oh, yeah. Anything you did was probably going to kill you.
Yeah, and everything went to shit by the end of the game. Everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that everything went to shit because nobody really had a good grasp on the universe.
Well,
they're only
that
in
was
Barry's
kind of
mind.
the point. It was.
Yeah.
It's like Dead Space without all the gameplay mechanics. You're not gonna win one of Barry's games, from what I can tell.
Also, I just really enjoy running Call of Cthulhu.
I enjoy it when you run Call of Cthulhu.
The R games are fun.
I still think I can't believe you guys burned down that freaking warehouse.
Well, I think it was your
factory.
fault. I think it was your fault for making the monsters so goddamn terrifying that was our only option.
That's the thing I like about those games is you guys genuinely get freaked out by stuff, and you're like, "Hey, let's just not go in."
Yeah.
Well, generally, my feeling is like I'm just some dude. Like I don't even have any powers.
Nobody does.
Because it's Call of Cthulhu. You're just some guy.
You're some schmuck.
And you're fighting the forces of
whatever.
The universe.
The
elder
universe
gods.
itself, yeah.
And it's just like, anytime we encounter anything, I'm like, we should probably just run.
It's like I'm a goldfish trying to take on a shark. I think we're done here.
No, this is like a goldfish trying to take on a nuclear bomb, I think.
I was going to say a tank.
Yeah, okay, a tank. That'll work.
Yeah, not all of us are able to run away. Sometimes we botch our rolls, and then we go straight forward with hatchet in hand.
Yeah, well, I can't help it. You took on you had hobo berserker rage when you failed your freaking roll.
Hey, my character fails rolls in the most interesting ways.
You ran forward and killed two guys with a hatchet.
And then I burnt down the place with the Molotov cocktail, which I wasn't supposed to do either.
Yeah. Well, you know what really killed me was I still think I ought to give you a proficiency in Garden Gnome.
Yeah.
Because you did, in fact, hit Nyarlathotep with the Garden Gnome, but it went through it.
Yeah. We should really podcast these games.
I think we should, yes. That would be terribly amusing. Edited highlights.
Yeah.
But Vinny's damned entertaining.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. All right. You're going in. What's everyone packing?
guns. My swinging dick.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really take credit for that because I stole it from Jane. Firefly.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It had us in
It was
stitches.
perfect for the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Still. I can't really comment about favorite RPG system because I've never understood one well enough to...
Well, like, out of the ones
Out of
you've
mechanics.
played.
Well, yeah, but I still don't understand all the mechanics.
But settings.
I miss doing sci-fi stuff. I haven't done
Well,
a
Paul
sci-fi
still
in
needs to
years.
run Alternity.
Yeah, I do.
And bring back Trevor!
I wish someone would run a Fallout RPG.
Is there a Fallout RPG?
I'm pretty sure you could easily make one.
We'll probably make one an
GURPS.
alternative.
I was going to say
Or
GURP.
just use special and come up with dice rolls. I'm pretty sure someone's done that before.
You can probably find it online. Definitely going to have to look up Pathfinder. Like, start reading Pathfinder again. Because I want to run that. And y'all have characters made already, so.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Well, I do.
Do you still have them?
I don't know.
We gave them to you?
No, we kept them for some
Oh,
reason.
crap.
So I got mine on my desk.
Okay.
I know it's there. I don't remember what it is, but I know it's on my desk because I've had to move it several times. I'm like, oh, that's where that is. I'll just
Yeah.
move this over
We'll
here.
get to it.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. I'm going to come up with my own setting and everything and not use the Pathfinder standard stuff. I'm going to have to come up with
Forgotten
good...
realms of that system. We're going to be in the land of Kevin Tonium.
No, all right, you have entered the land of Dairy Queen.
Warren, any RPG thoughts?
Yeah, you were going to say something a minute ago, and we kind of...
I talked over.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We'll say something.
Warren.
Vagina.
Now, what have been some of your favorite RPG memories?
I really enjoyed Fallout and Fallout 3.
Tabletop RPG.
Tabletop RPG.
And I really like Dragon Age.
So,
Not the tabletop version.
is there...
There is an RPG or at least a tabletop game
For
everything.
Yeah. You name it, you can find it on
And
Yeah.
Vans Bleep has it.
I need to run Call of Cthulhu again at some point.
Yes.
So we can... Yeah, we're going to have a different group dynamic now, aren't we? It's just like the three of y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we can find somebody else.
Yeah. I love Scott's question of, well, what can I be? About his character.
Yeah.
I was like, anything? Well, no. Like, what kind of class? No, Scott, anything. Paul's a hobo. We've had a priest, a teenager, a cop, a former mob enforcer that's posing as a apartment complex maintenance guy, manager,
Yeah.
whatever,
You can play a human that can hold a gun.
Yeah.
and has a
And go insane.
yeah.
Does anybody else know what bitcoins are?
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because, like, earlier in the week, I saw this news article. It was, Bitcoin skyrocketing in value, and I'm like, that's
they're
weird.
at like a high of $232 per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just what I saw them referred to, and what I'll continue to refer to them from now on as.
Yeah.
Butt coins.
It's actually not very easy to exchange regular money for them.
Like the euro.
Well, I mean, there's a PayPal.
There's a
service where you
finite
can
number
buy
of them that will ever be made.
Well, there's still the way it works is that if you set up computers, because it's all cryptographically governed, the Bitcoin servers are called miners, and they do all the cryptography for it. So there's these people that have been building Bitcoin miners out of computers with like 8 and 10 graphics cards packed into them. And now they're actually selling specialized, purposeful designed little computers that use FPGA chips instead of, regular processors that are even more efficient at it. But when you mine Bitcoins, you get, after you do so much work, you get Bitcoins for doing it. So that's kind of your reward for being the backbone is you get Bitcoins.
You get Bitcoins for mining Bitcoins.
Well, yeah, the mining is just the backbone server structure of it. So you get a reward for, being the backbone of the service.
But if one Bitcoin's worth like $250, how long do you have to mine to get a damn coin?
It's gotten longer. See, for every block of Bitcoins discovered, because the way it does math to make an encryption string for the Bitcoins.
I don't know what it is means, but I suddenly want to play Minecraft.
It's like finding prime numbers. The first ones are easy to find, but the more you get, the more math you have to do to find the next one. So it gets more complicated. So from a high of $230, they crashed to something like $110 in the matter of a day.
Apparently there's something called the Silk Market or something, or the Silk Path.
Silk Road?
Maybe that's it. That you have to use like a special browser to get to.
Yeah.
And people are selling drugs over it because there's no way to track the transactions and all this crap.
And you can buy fractional Bitcoins.
And use Bitcoins.
There is like a fraction of them in change. So
and I was like, a bag of weed for 10 Bitcoins. Yeah. Oh, wait, never mind.
So, Mike.
What?
Tell us about this guy. Tell us about Mr. Pad.
Yes, he legally changed his name to Pad because it's in line with what he wants to be.
No.
It's something...
No!
Do you know it, or are you just guessing?
I'm guessing, and I'm saying no.
You don't want me to continue?
He needs to. He started it.
He wants to be a feminine Pad.
I don't want to live in this world anymore. I'm gone.
He has...
a large collection of them.
Ah.
Like used?
No.
Fortunately,
new, but he wants to be a pink feminine Pad. He specifically says pink, but he seems to collect any and all colors.
How does one become a feminine Pad?
You change your name, and
he's pretty vague on that point.
Okay, I can explain it. Step 1, change name to Pad.
Step 2.
Step 2,
Become
question
that.
mark.
Absorb menstrual blood.
Step 3, profit.
Insanity. It gives you red wings.
Oh. But yeah, I mean,
You're talking about that, and we're talking sort of about a break from reality.
yeah.
Let me tell you about something I saw. Somebody photoshopped Rainbow Dash from Friendship is Magic into a picture of Jews being herded out of a building by the Nazis. And somebody said, wow, I never paid attention to what was going on in this picture until someone added Rainbow Dash. And the next post is, let me get this straight. You didn't notice one of the worst atrocities in human history occurring until someone put a blue goddamn cartoon horse in it looking all put upon.
Holocaust, what's that? Ooh, a pony.
Fuck you.
My little Nazi, my little Nazi.
I'm trying not to piss off some people, but it's a revolution, damn it. We're going to have to offend somebody.
I think that's people like that are there's a small subset of every.
Yeah, that happened to apparently make up a lot of the internet.
Well, they're just.
You realize
it's
this is
just a
the second
local minority.
podcast where we've gone on about some nutcase with a pony thing, right?
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
Yeah, but I saw it yesterday, and I just wanted to put my fist through my monitor.
The problem with humanity is that there's going to be a Facebook phone.
That's the other thing, is the internet provides
Yeah, that's what I
platform
was-
for all the crazy.
Further
that's what I was saying.
tribalism of the culture.
These fringe people, these outliers, 20 years ago, just maybe met people in person, but nobody else knew about it because it's all.
It was all scrawled in a spiral-bound notebook kept under the mattress so their mom couldn't find it. Now they have a forum, a support community, and people telling them, no, it's okay to not notice major events in human history, such as the attempted eradication of an entire group, until someone puts a goddamn pony in it.
I mean, on one hand, you could say that it didn't personally affect them until they saw the character they identify with.
That we're still talking about.
Yeah, but
It didn't affect them until someone put a cartoon horse in it.
well,
I get where Mike's going.
No, I do too.
and I think it may be a bit desensitized to imagery like that. Maybe.
Well, I want to talk about
historic.
two things that didn't happen to me.
Okay.
The Holocaust and 9/11. But I felt 9/11.
Yeah.
I never really felt the Holocaust until maybe I saw the Schindler's List. Until maybe I saw that movie. But you do need some sort of
Emotional connection.
something that.
I'm
to lead
just
you
saying that it shouldn't be.
You're saying that it shouldn't be a cartoon pony,
I'm saying it should definitely not be a cartoon pony.
Well,
but it is for that person.
yeah, and if they now empathize with the plight of the Jews in Nazi Germany,
It
Is that
starts with just a
necessarily a bad
simple
thing?
Photoshop of Rainbow Dash in there. It ends with the Louvre full of ponies in every painting, just
No,
so
it
people
does not.
will see it.
no, it does not.
The pony apocalypse is coming.
Pony Lisa. You know what? You should just go ahead and end the show for a third time. Since we pretty much
Shut up.
fucked this one up. You're listening to Echoes.
Up next, the Coyote Old Man duo.
Goodbye.
All right, that's it. We're
Goodbye,
gone.
internets. We will talk to you another time.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, stay smaggy.
No, that
That's
sounds
terrible.
funny. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Come up with a better catchphrase than that. Damn.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Covered in smag.
Yeah, that's
Again.
a problem. Smack sounds so much like other nasty terms.
You don't think that's why I chose it?
Oh, yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
We can just record it backwards and say we got great gams.
Gams.
Yams?
All right, good night, everybody. Bye. This has been the SMAGcast. If you have any thoughts or questions, you can reach us at thesmagcast@gmail.com. Our theme music is Out of School by Jazar from the album Traveler's Guide, available from freemusicarchive.org and used under Creative Commons license.